Hello, I'm Chloe Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is the energy update for all signs for Wednesday, the 22nd of December, 2021. I hope you're doing well. I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube called Psychic Cafe. Would love to see you in there. In that, I do channeling for the collective, but I also give mini reads in there as well. So if you've got a burning question for your higher self, you want a yes or no answer. If you want guidance about a particular area in your life or a particular relationship in your life, then come along in there. It's by donations for those mini reads. If you're interested in a private reading with me, they're available from my website, behealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below and also one up there as well. Let's find out what we've got in the energies today. The noble one, doing the right thing, being the noble one. This might be someone else's energy as well. You could be bringing someone in that does the right thing. Someone solid, someone that just does the right thing, Very dependable, very sincere as well. Could be being that and attracting someone like that into your life as well, someone that does the right thing. There's mischief about that. There could be someone stirring the pot here. I don't feel like this is the same person. Someone stirring the pot. There's trouble about. Let's find out more with the tarot. Tell us about the energies. What's in the energies? 4 of Swords, needing a rest and recuperation. You might be really tired. Needing to rest and recuperate. It's the card of healing as well. But I'm just getting this energetic kind of thing. Like you just might be really tired today and need to kind of rest and recuperate. 9 of Cups, fulfilling your wishes. Now, this could be about resting too. This could be about giving yourself what it is that you need in the moment. If you're tired, have a nap. Don't go out there and carry on and try and do too much. Listen to your needs. Listen to what your wishes are, what it is that you need, and fulfill that for yourself. The 9 of Cups. Often I get from the 9 of Cups this, this energy of being independent and fulfilling our own wishes, not waiting for someone else to offer us that break that we need, giving ourselves that break when we need it. What else? The Emperor. This could be that noble one here, the one that does the right thing. The Emperor is a boss kind of an energy. They're in control. They know what it is that they're doing. Very clear kind of an energy here too. You might need to be that Emperor in your own life. Take control of it, especially if someone isn't kind of doing it for you. You might have been waiting for someone to step up and do something for you, and you realize, well, they're not going to do it. I need to do it myself. Or for some of you might have been doing this for yourself for a long time, and then you might be attracting an Emperor kind of person into your life that will also do the right thing by you as well. Page of Swords here. This could be somebody watching you, paying attention. Could be a daughter or a son, paying attention to what you're doing. Not what you're saying, but what you're doing. So be an example to them. It feels like you're being a positive role model to somebody here. Yeah, we've got to be careful when we've got children. They're not necessarily listening to what it is that we're hearing, but they're noticing what we're doing. Now, this could be a message just for a few of you. Sometimes people stay in relationships for the children kind of thing. But are we really doing it for the children? Because do you really want your children to be in a relationship like that? Do you want to teach your children to be in a relationship like that and stick in a relationship like that? Is that really what you want for your children? Some of you, you don't. And you wouldn't want it for yourselves too. I had an interesting thing happen to me quite a few years ago now, but I had a partner at the time, and someone who'd been abusive in my life started being abusive to them, and suddenly it wasn't okay with me. And looking back at it now, it's like, wow, I stood up then when they started being abusive to my partner. But what about all the years when they were abusive to me? Apparently it was okay to abuse me, but it was not okay with me to abuse my partner. Now I'm very different than that. But now it's like, it's not okay for you to abuse my partner or me or anyone else. I guess that's not okay. 4 of Swords, needing to rest and recuperate. The 4 of Swords is behind that. So it's like, yes, definitely needing to rest and recuperate. In other words, I got the message right there. When we get repeating cards, it's either a really important message or they're just confirming, yep, you've already said what needed to be said. What's behind this is divine timing. Things will happen in the right time. Some of you might be run off your feet with Christmas preparations if you do celebrate that. And you just need a break. Just give yourself a break. Everything will happen in divine timing. 9 of Cups. Needing to listen to yourself and fill your own cups. What's this about? 10 of Inspiration. Put down those troubles. Put down those burdens. You don't need to do everything. For those of you that still think that you need to do everything. 7 of Voices says you're deceiving yourself. You don't need to do everything. It's okay if some stuff doesn't get done. We don't have to be perfect. Especially around this time of year, we tend to have really high expectations of ourselves. Want to make it very special for other people. But it can tend to be the woman in the household that is doing all of that. And you don't need to. There's other adults. What was it? I saw a meme and it said there's all of these, I don't know, left-wing hippie kind of trendy kind of guys, talking about equality and feminism and all of this, but they still weren't in the kitchen doing the work. And it's not very funny. I laugh, but it's not very funny at all if you're in that situation. So put those burdens down and let it go. You don't have to do it. You don't have to assume the responsibility of that and do everything for everyone. Adults should all pitch in as equals. Listen to yourself. You need a break, girl, lady. Changes. It's got to change, right? And to make that change happen, we've got to step back from it and not assume that responsibility and not do it. Just don't step forward. If you don't step forward, someone else will, or it won't get done, and they just don't have it. So 7 of Voices, I just need to reiterate that. The 7 of Voices says you're deceiving yourself if you think that you have to. If you're always telling yourself that story, well, I have to. You don't. What's going to happen? It's like spinning plates on top of poles. What happens if you don't? Well, they fall to the ground and they crash. Big deal. So they fall down and break. It's not the end of the world. The Emperor. The Emperor steps up, does the right thing, the noble one. Emperor, what are you doing here? Is this us or is this someone else? I think it's someone else. Who's doing the right thing here? There's too many there. Oh, hey, what was that? Yeah. Okay. Hanged Muse. The Emperor changes the mind. Sees things in a different light. No longer being pulled in 2 directions. The Emperor is making a noble decision here is what I'm getting. It could be in your favor. Right. So for some of you, this is very important. This energy is today of not wearing yourself too thin, not doing it all. Take a step back from that. Relieve yourself of those roles, responsibilities, and then someone changes their mind about it and steps forward. They're no longer divided anymore. Than the noble one doing the right thing. Now, some of you, this will happen for. I noticed in my life when I took a step back from doing everything, that the men, let's call them boys, shall we, around me didn't step up. Now, some of them will, some of them won't. Some of them will and some of them won't. And sometimes you've got to leave them behind. There is the energy here of the Emperor, of someone that is in that. The Emperor is kind of self-fulfilled. They know themselves. They've done that inner work on themselves. They're in control of their lives. They've got high vibration. And they're the ones that will step forward. Even if you've been in patterns, old patterns that you've been in with the Emperor, they will step forward. Because they'll change their mind about it. When you take a stand for yourself, they'll go, oh yeah, you're right, I should be doing that. They'll no longer be pulled in 2 directions. Take that as it resonates. You'll all be in different places along this journey of relieving ourselves of those responsibilities, those burdens here. It's like, well, who's going to carry all the pots then if I don't carry the pots? New day. If you wanted change in all of this balance, you're going to get it, but you've got to leave something behind. The ones that have the potential in them to do that, to step forward, have the propensity. It's not the really potential. Everyone's got the potential to do it, but it doesn't mean that everyone's going to do it in this lifetime. But those that will, they will. And if they don't, let them go. You don't need to carry anybody. Put those burdens down. It's not yours to carry. Because someone is watching you. Someone is noticing. Someone's paying attention here. The devil is about negativity. It's not the devil that's watching you. Someone is watching you and it could be a child, it could be someone that is inspired by you, but they're kind of taking direction, they're noticing what you're doing, and that someone could be copying you here in a good way, kind of thing. They're looking to you for inspiration of what they should do in their lives. For many of you, it's a child. And if you're not doing the best for yourself, you're not teaching them to do the best for themselves too. You teach by example. You need to do it for yourself first. That's a fine example for them, and they'll do it for themselves too. So don't cave into the negativity, is what I'm getting here. If you cave into the negativity and you carry on doing something that's not good for you, you're teaching them to do the same thing too, to put up with that same energy. So it's very important energies today, I feel. It could be like an aha moment of, what am I teaching my daughter to do here, just to put up with? They're going to follow my example on this and do the same thing, and it's a burden to me. I don't want my child to be burdened. So it could be an aha kind of a day of like, wow, just what am I teaching my children to do here, to put up with, to replicate, to get themselves into a similar kind of an energy. Discernment is behind that. So I've got to make better choices for myself, because my children are going to repeat these choices, and we do. And we did it, right? And we thought we weren't. We thought we were doing something different. And then it turns out we were doing the same as our parents did. For those of you parents out there, or any kind of an influence, you don't have to have your own children. There could be people that are influenced by your energy and kind of copying you, see you as a role model. Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself, but if not, do it for them too, the ones that are noticing, the ones that you're kind of teaching through your actions. What's going on in our love lives today? What's in the romantic possibilities today? Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Friends first. Keep on getting that message out lately, the friends first thing. So some of you could all be in friendships, like really, really slow to get off the ground, romantic relationships, or relationships that have had an impediment to you actually getting together, some kind of a block, a physical block kind of thing, location. Some people in the previous relationship, that kind of thing. Finding a balance. Needing to find a balance. Friendship first, finding a balance, being balanced in ourselves before we move into a romantic relationship. Especially for those of you that it's ringing true about taking all these responsibilities on for other people, is you don't want to find a relationship when you're in that energy. It's just going to be more of the same. You have to get yourself out of that first, do the right thing for yourself first, and then find yourself a relationship, because it's going to be very different then. You're more likely to end up with an emperor if you choose well, if you discern well. Gifts! It's Christmas coming up, so we've got the gifts here. Could be getting gifts for a partner. You might want to get a gift for a potential partner, but it would be about friendship. Got feelings for them. You get them a gift. This one. And daydream. Or you're dreaming about what gift to get them. You've left it a little bit late if it's a Christmas gift. Daydreaming. We're daydreaming of that relationship that will be a gift to you, maybe. What else is going on in our love lives today? A bad attitude. This came out yesterday. Bad attitude. Someone's got a bad attitude. It might be you. Sometimes that card came out for me when I first got these cards, and it was true. That day I did have a bad attitude about my romantic life. And why do we have bad attitudes? Because we've made mistakes. Gone down the wrong path for too long, maybe. It wasn't the wrong path at the first place, but we stuck with it for too long. We stuck with our mistakes because, sometimes we can doggedly persist with a mistake just because we made that mistake. We chose that mistake. We'll try and make it right. We'll try and make it not a mistake. I'm going to keep on going down this road, even though there's a block there. I'll just wait for them to repair that road. That could be the bad attitude here, is tenaciously holding on to something that should have been left behind, or tenaciously holding on to something that isn't going to be trying to make it work. Sometimes we want to be right more than we want to be happy. What else is in the energies today? What else in the energies today? Smoke and mirrors. You could be deceiving yourself today. That you have to do something when you don't. Like, you really don't. We don't owe anyone anything in this life. Our lives are our own. Our life, our choice. Our body, our choice. Our energy, our choice. Our time, our choice. Impatience. Impatience and self-love. You could be impatient for something to change and it's not going to change. Do the self-loving thing instead. Love yourself instead. And then forgive yourself for not being able to do it all. For some of you, trying to do it all for everyone else. And you can't. Not and have a good life at the same time. Not and teach your children how to have a good life at the same time as well. What else is going on in the energies? Broken ring. I was kind of feeling it. There could be a lot of disappointments today when you realize that people aren't going to step up. Parting the ways in either romance or business. Especially if, like, you think that someone will support you. You're been given a lot of support out because you're loving and supporting. And you're like, well, it's all right because they'll love and support me if I back down. And then you back down and they're like, they throw it in your face and they don't. They're not willing to do it. Could be a big shock. I'm not going to say that, guys. I'm not going to say that. Bear. Danger, especially in money matters. And if there is this broken wing, this parting of the ways in romance or business, then watch your money. Really advocate for yourself and your money. Someone could be sneaky with money. Careful of that. Sneaking the money away. A stalk. News of a birth or new business opportunity. Oh, some new energy on the horizon. That's good. So think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly to give you your answer. It's just a bit of fun. This isn't a private reading, don't forget. It's a general reading. But if you want me to use those red and green crystals to get you a definitive yes or no answer out, along with some cards as well to give you more information on it, then you can do that in a mini read in my live show, Psychic Cafe. Come along to that sometime. You'll see it queued up on my YouTube channel for the next show to find out when it is in your time zone. And you can also ask questions for a private reading as well. Book yourself in. There's a link in the description box below and also one up there as well. And after you've booked in, just click on the Contact Us page to put your questions in there for your reading. I do them within 48 hours, those private readings. Two of Pentacles. How best to deal with these energies today is the Two of Pentacles. Keep things up in the air. Like, things don't have to get done. They don't have to be sorted. You don't have to do it right now. It's that divine timing. Let things be up in the air. Let things be undone. See if they get done by someone else. It could be kind of a shock for some of you today when you realise, no, it's not reciprocated. They wouldn't do it for you too. You might have been telling yourself that story. Well, they do it for me too. I just really love doing this for people. And then when it comes down to it, they don't do it for you too. And it's like, ouch. Makes you feel unloved. You might have been putting up with unreciprocal relationships like that. Otherwise called unrequited love. And it's hard lesson to learn that. It's like, oh, they weren't loving me after all. Oh, they weren't prepared to love me after all. And I thought that they loved me. I trusted you. How best to deal with these energies today? The Nine of Presents. I love it. Single, independent, getting your own gifts. Get your own gifts. Look at all these presents. 9 of them for you. Getting your own gifts. Oh, some of you could be like, that's it. I'm just going to get gifts for me. That's me this year. I'm just going to get gifts for me. I've already started. I got myself a guitar yesterday. It's well before Christmas. It's on the 13th of December that I am recording this. Get yourself gifts. That's being single, independent, looking after yourself, being in your own lane. can feel incredibly selfish when we first start doing that. But once you start doing it, you realize you have a whole lot more to give to others, and you'll realize that you're giving to others wasn't necessarily the best in the first place for them or for you. So think of a yes or no answer question now. Pause the video if you're not ready. Your answer is no, it's the ruby. Don't do it. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. What's this all about for you? Have you been in that overgiving thing, doing everything for everyone else? And they wouldn't, still not going to say that, guys. They're talking about they would, if you were on fire, they wouldn't something on you. Well, I kind of said it, didn't I? So thank you to all my subscribers for your ongoing support of my channel. You're all very much appreciated. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button along with that notification bell. I do one of these daily energy updates every single day of the year. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show. I'd love to see you in there and give you a mini read. And I do 3 pick a card reads a week as well. So if you're interested in that, click on that subscribe button, join us, and have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.